everybody, it's Erin, and we are back going to do an art journal page in my art journal, which is just a book I got a long time ago that I've done some stuff in here. It's just my chance to play. So I'm going to play on the first page here. We are doing a collaboration of a whole bunch of people doing, and our theme is Stranger Things. And my concept of when I watched the show is, and what really kind of brought out to me, is how the mother can contact her son via the lights in her room, and she did all the alphabet on her wall and she painted it on her wall. So that's kind of what I'm recreating in that concept of it. And what I normally do, and I didn't have to do it this time around because I'm dealing with just one page and I wanted to go this way, is I take a whole bunch of these papers and I glue them together with just a little bit of a glue or a tape runner or something, just to give them a little bit more of a thick base. I'm just taking a little bit of Deco Art Traditions paint. This is an acrylic paint in raw sienna to kind of give me that color of what I feel that background wall kind of is. And we're going to add some stuff. We're going to do the Christmas lights on there. And I'm not trying to get into the little crevices there because I'm just going to use the front side of this. So first thing is paint the whole thing and then dry it. Okay, so I heat set this and it's got some texture, and the house, and this is the picture I'm going from. So again, the picture is of her house and it's a wall, and you know, she lives, my guess is the house is not exactly new, and everything from the 80s always looks a little bit dirty and dungy to me. I don't know why. And it's got wallpaper, and it's kind of a floral wallpaper, and this is the closest thing I have. So it's a stamp and it's got kind of a floral pattern to it. And because this is a lot busier than what is actually on the floral pattern at the house, I'm just going to do sections of it. And I'm randomly doing in a dark brown, and then I'm also going to randomly do it in this yellow color. So I'm hitting other sections in this yellow to make it feel like it's not all over. There we go. And so now I'm going to flip over. I'll do this side first. See, so now it looks a little bit more like it's a pattern. Place it. It's going to be a kind of a grungy look, because I'm trying to recreate something that's realistic. So that's my background. Is the best we're going to do. And I am going to take and just kind of lighten it up, make it look like it's more smudged and something's going on in the background there. I'm going to end up cleaning this a little bit. Okay, next thing that she did is she wrote the alphabet on here. And I want to make sure that I kind of recopy the alphabet so it's the same letters going across. And I think she did it in 3 sections. And so that's what I'm going to recreate, and I'm going to get a black pen. All right, so what I have right here is it's a marker. It's called Style File. It's very similar to the Copics, but a heck of a lot cheaper. And the alphabet that she did is she went A through H. I'm kind of looking at the picture. And I'm just going to roughly write these out. And I'm going to just go A. So again, just writing it. She did it in paint with a big giant paintbrush, and so I didn't want these to look perfect, almost as if my paint was running out here and I had to redip it. And this is the same alignment. Okay, the next step is I'm going to try and use my fine line. Is I have this, and she hung Christmas lights all over this, and specifically lights to go across the top of the letters so her and her son could communicate via the lights. So that's what I'm going to try and do now. She has a string of lights going across right here. She has another one kind of coming across here. And then she has another one coming across here. And I'm going to pretend this is just kind of coming off the wall. But then she also has kind of one that's strung over here. Again, this is just my interpretation of what it is. Now we're going to have some fun. Okay, so what I have here is I have a fine tip applicator, and I pulled out a whole bunch of stickles. And from looking at the picture, there's definitely blue, there's kind of a pink, there's a yellow, and then there's kind of a greeny color, and they're just repeated. I'm not seeing a whole lot of other colors in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with, and I'm looking at the picture because I want to kind of line them up the same direction. I'm being pretty persnickety about which colors I'm putting where. And what I do is I take this and I have a little kind of pair of pliers. And I'm going to pop this little guy off here, and I'm going to save that because I'm going to put it back on. And this right here is a fine tip applicator, so it gives me a much finer line than what's there, and just gives me a little more maneuverability. And this is from Script Perfect, so it's a no clog writing cap for fine lines and no clogs. And this one's a small one, and it fits a bunch of stuff, but also specifically for the stickles, which is what I got going on here. So I'm going to pull off a scratch sheet of paper. You know what? I'm just going to pull a sheet of paper from the back of this thing because I got a ton of paper in here. Heck if I need all that paper. This is going to be a little bit of my, see, and look, I can get beautifully fine lines, and I can get much more kind of a precise application for it. Okay, so there is a light over the C. So we're going to have a C, and I'm just freehanding the light. There we go. So it looks like a light. And then there's one over the G. So I'm going to keep on doing this, where I'm going to come in with my fine applicator and get a nice, it looks like a Christmas light. So the best thing I can do to make it look like it's a light that is on here is adding like the glittery stuff. And then we have one over the J. And so I'm going to keep on doing this. I'm going to switch applicators and kind of redraw a line with a new color to clear out the old color that's in this applicator right here, and continue adding all my lights. And I might, just for fun, add a line, a string down here just to make it look like there's more to it, and then add some light color. So I'm just going to keep on doing this and speed it up. Alright, so now that I'm done using this, I'm definitely going to go take it in because it's all full of glitter and stuff, and just go rinse it off with really good water so it's ready to use for the next time, and then place this part back in so it doesn't get gunked up inside of here. So that part's really easy. And I do have another tip if I ever need to, like this one gets kind of yucked up or whatever, I can always replace this tip with that one, so that's kind of fun. Alright, so that's it. I just wanted to do a really simple, kind of fun and quirky little homage to Stranger Things in an art journal, and there it is. I'm going to heat set this to get all the stickles to kind of set. And art journal pages don't have to be super extravagant or over the top. It can be simple, it can be an idea, it can be a thought, it can be an inspiration, and this was kind of a fun inspiration. And I was trying to figure out how I could portray Christmas lights, and I thought stickles, those would be fantastic for the idea of what a Christmas light would be like. So I'm going to go ahead and dry this all up, and I will see you guys. Supplies are listed below, and please subscribe. Bye-bye.